with resolving this challenge alone.
In recent years, Mexico's President Calderon and other Latin American governments are increasingly alert to the dangers of cartels that have extensive influence over societies and politicians through corruption and violence.
Crime and violence are the main threats today to our states. In 2010, the last year which the Organization for American States has data, over 357,000 people died a violent death on the continent.
Profits from drug trafficking is used to buy politicians, judges and police. At the same time, security forces are responsible for human rights violations in the crackdown on crime.
President Abdoulaye Wade's chances of making it in the runoff vote scheduled to take place at the end of the month have been dealt a big blow. The development came after the parties that came out third and fourth respectively in the first round of the voting decided to throw their weight behind Macky Sall. At a press conference convened to announce this development, the head of the Benno Siggil Senegal, Moustapha Niasse, said the ultimate reason was to ensure that President Abdoulaye Wade is defeated. Let's look at this report for more on that.
The alliance game is on in Senegal. Macky Sall, one of the finalists in the presidential race, has been making calls to join forces. He has just received the backing of a political heavyweight, namely Moustapha Niasse, who finished the race in third place. The leader of the coalition, Benno Siggil Senegal, has voiced his support without defining exactly how this will be expressed. We told President Macky Sall that we are holding hands to go forward. The coalition will say clearly when the time comes how it will support Macky Sall. The citizens' movement called Y'en a marre, French for We're Fed Up, is on the same wavelength. Adamantly against the candidacy of Abdoulaye Wade, the movement has launched a new plan to get rid of the incumbent president's regime. Now, in the context we are in today, we have to go vote massively for Macky Sall to block Abdoulaye Wade. In the opposite camp, discretion is the key word in chasing after votes in the second round. The Coalition of Allied Forces 2012 is planning to mobilize the undecided voters in their camp, but the strategy has yet to be unveiled. We will speak with everyone who thinks they can contribute to us in these elections.
Nous apporter quelque chose dans ces élections. Avec toute humilité.
In all humility, I believe we have something to do for this country, and I think Senegal will follow us. The June 23 movement, meanwhile, is calling for a rally on Saturday to express support for Macky Sall and pay tribute to the victims of police repression during the election period. The M23 hopes to convince first-round candidates who have not yet voiced their backing for one of the two finalists.
We'll now take a second break. Welcome back, and now to sports. The Minister of Youth and Sports Friday evening announced the dissolution of the Gambia Football Association. The disclosure was made at a hastily convened news briefing presided over by the new Youth and Sports Minister Aliou K. Jammeh. Babakar Senghor has the details.
A seismic day in Gambian football, for the very machinery that moves the sport in the country has found its wheels virtually halted.
We are here gathered today to share with you the news that, and I'll go straight to the point, that the Gambia Football Association from today has been dissolved.
In a day of dramatic developments and in a rather unannounced move, the Ministry of Youth and Sports has taken the first steps 48 hours after the Gambia's 2-1 humbling at the hands of Algeria. It is a move that is expected to draw widespread debate as to what should be done in the interim, particularly with the important issue of the future of Gambian football. Again, central to this impending question will be the reactions of the international actors who wield the all-important issues in the running of global football. These are difficult periods in Gambian football, a country that has gone from winners to losers in international football within a short spell of time. With the Gambia Football Association disbanded, the Ministry of Youth and Sports officials say they want to cleanse and clean up the problems that they say hinder the progress of Gambian football. But how?
This is a new era. We are looking for higher objectives. We are thinking big. And in our assessment, in collaboration with the assessment of the general public, in that thinking of big, in that big ideas, we are saying they don't fit into that equation. And so we are asking them to excuse themselves by dissolving the executive. Now that is the reason why we are here today, to announce to you, to the general public, that in order for us to move forward to the next level, to qualify for continental and international championships, we think we need to reorganize, restructure, regenerate, if you like, and rebuild a new team. We will be working on this. We will work on strengthening the technical department of the FA. As soon as possible, we will put in place an interim management team that will be entrusted with these responsibilities to review the constitution, to align with the constitution of FIFA, to conduct a Congress or a General Assembly as soon as possible, with the hope that a new team will be put in place in the soonest possible time.
It is a monumental step, and for all its romantics, the decision has the potential to raise some uncomfortable questions. For Grts Sports, Babukar Senghor.
And before we take leave of you, a reminder once again of our headline-making stories. The ruling Alliance for Patriotic Reorientation and Construction has released the list of candidates it intends to file in the forthcoming legislative elections. Youth and Sports Minister Aliu K. Jammeh has announced the dissolution of the Gambia Football Association. Authorities in the education sector have resorted to the participatory performance monitoring strategy in their quest to endure quality and standard. And the International Criminal Court has issued a warrant for the arrest of Sudan's defense minister. The alliance building and marriages of convenience has commenced in Senegal ahead of the face-off between the incumbent President Abdoulaye Wade and former Prime Minister Macky Sall. You can also follow those stories and other GRTS programs live on our website at www.grts.gm. There you can also monitor GRTS Radio Live. That brings us to the end of this edition of the news. Thanks for keeping us company, and do enjoy the rest of our interesting programs. Until then, my name is Abubakar.
The original African culture never treated women as slaves.
Na mofindu chosan adolto inenema musol jeko imu jongollete e katu tonya be damin fon e mofindu ado animfana na Gambia kono jonna ado ay bunyaning horomo di musolla bakele fan e katambi e kewala.
I'm not inventing anything.
Mantaraka kukuta kekan. Mbe min kekan doron wole mu nga chosanu kuole noma mi yalonko e ningan na chosano bonsungo jibe e fengo fente keno la ni atara musol me dadun je kaatu